guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool transfer news video, and let me know what do you think about the fact that Liverpool's current front three, Mane, Salah and Firmino, who have been pretty much Liverpool's top scorers for the last 4 or 5 years. Since Firmino signed, he has been in the top 3 goal scorers at Liverpool. Mane, since he signed, he has been in the top 3 or maybe sometimes even in the top 2 goal scorers. And since Salah signed, he has been the top scorer of Liverpool. And these 3 players, their contract is running out in less than 18 months. And there is absolutely no news on Mane and Firmino's contracts, which I find really baffling. Paul Gorst, who is working for the Liverpool Echo, he's a Liverpool correspondent, he said that Liverpool made sure that they prioritized the contract renewals in the summer, and the fact that neither Mane nor Firmino were given new deals then perhaps suggests that nothing was or nothing is in the pipeline in the near future. It will be an interesting summer for Liverpool on that front, because the front three are all aging. Jota has been a breath of fresh air, but more is needed up top, and I know Liverpool are assessing their options, particularly in the wide forward areas. And this is the kind of scenario that I didn't want Liverpool to end up in, that we might have to replace all 3 of our attackers in one summer transfer window. If we let Mane, Salah and Firmino run down their contracts, in 1.5 years time, Liverpool will have a massive, monumental problem. Basically, the forward line will be depleted completely. Apart from Jota, we will have nobody on a world-class level. So either Liverpool extend the contracts of all 3 players, which would be my choice. Let me know what would be your choice. Would you sell one of those front 3 players so we can replace him with a younger one? I don't think any of them would command big money. Of course Salah would command a big money, but I don't think we are selling Salah in the summer. Liverpool fans would absolutely riot. If we sell Mane or Firmino, it might be a smart decision if we could get something like 50 million for any of them, but I don't think that's the case. I don't think in today's market anybody is paying 50 million for a 30-year-old attacker as great as Mane or Firmino is. And Firmino is, I think, made for Liverpool and this kind of tactic. I don't think he would produce great numbers in other teams. Mane could flourish in many teams, so maybe Mane has the most realistic resale value next summer. I mean this summer that is coming up. But I don't even want to contemplate selling any of them, because I grew to love these players. These players are what Liverpool FC are all about, and they all deserve a new contract. That's my honest opinion. But the idea of Mane not being handed a new contract in 2022 would basically contradict Fabrizio Romano's claim that Mane was next in line for negotiations with Liverpool. So that's what Fabrizio Romano claimed. But so far I haven't heard anything about that, and I pretty much read the Liverpool news every single day. That's actually my passion and my job now, making videos for you guys. So given the age of all 3 players, we could certainly understand the hesitancy of FSG to give these guys long-term contracts, but surely giving them like another 2 years on top of their current deal wouldn't be the end of the world. Of course, they don't want to end up in a scenario where you have a player who is not performing anymore, who is injured or who is not in the starting lineup, and he has a big contract. But at that time, you know, I don't think, right now, I don't think that would be the case for any of them. I don't see Mane really declining massively in the next year or so, maybe in 2 or 3 years, but it's always like impossible to predict when a player will start declining rapidly and going down rapidly. And I think with the service that they have given to Liverpool, I know it's a cutthroat business, football nowadays, but with the service that they have given, I mean, Salah scored 100 goals for Liverpool, Mane scored 100 goals for Liverpool, Firmino is close to that as well. Surely if there are players who deserve a new contract, it's these 3 guys. Mane, Salah and Firmino, all of them deserve a last big contract at Liverpool. And Liverpool is one of the richest clubs in the world. I don't understand why we are penny pinching and worried about contracts when when Liverpool haven't signed big players for big money for like 2 years now. Our net spend since 2018 is virtually like zero, or maybe like 3 million or something like that, but it's virtually zero. Look at Aston Villa, they just signed Philippe Coutinho on loan and Luca Digne for 30 million on a permanent transfer from Everton, and they are making waves in the transfer window once again. In the last 3 years, Aston Villa spent, net spend I'm talking about, 150 million, maybe even more, and Liverpool spent literally nothing. I know Liverpool spend a lot of money on wages. You can't tell me there is not enough money to give Salah a decent contract, to give Mane and Firmino a decent contract. So FSG, what are you doing? That's my big question. And if Liverpool want to find successors to Salah, Mane and Firmino, they will have an incredibly hard job, but it's not impossible. We've already found Diogo Jota, but we need to make transfers before those players leave. Because if we sell Salah for 100 million or Mane for 50 million, then every target that Liverpool would target, their price would go up massively, because clubs will know Liverpool have a lot of money, so they will ask for more money. And Jurgen Klopp suggested that it was likely that Liverpool would manage to hold on to Mo Salah as contract talks continue between Mo Salah and Liverpool. And this is what Jurgen Klopp said in his pre-match press conference before the Arsenal game. By the way, what is your prediction for the Liverpool-Arsenal League Cup semi-final first leg? Leave me a comment below. So he said, nowadays it's dangerous with these interviews when you don't speak to the player himself. I know that Mo Salah wants to stay. We want Mo Salah to stay. That's the point where we are. These things take time. I cannot change that. Sorry, I think it's all in a good place. Nothing else to say. That a little bit calmed me, but also Chris Bascombe is saying that Mo Salah is asking for around £400,000 per week, the same as Kevin De Bruyne, and Liverpool are reluctant to give him that wage. And you know what I say to that? Just pay him that money. He deserves it. He has been the best player in the world for the last 6 to 12 months. And he has been the best player at Liverpool for 4.5 years now. Pay him £400,000 a week. I don't care what your excuse is, FSG. He deserves it. Honestly, he is the biggest legend at Liverpool since Steven Gerrard probably. And he's a bigger legend in my eyes, Mo Salah, than Fernando Torres or Luis Suarez. The fact that Salah won a Champions League and a Premier League trophy already at Liverpool makes him a bigger legend than Torres or Suarez. And he is standing alongside the greatest players that have ever played for Liverpool. And you are not giving him a contract? What are you doing, FSG? Please, somebody just wake up the owners and let them smell the coffee. If you don't extend Salah's contract, the Liverpool fans will absolutely drive you out of the club. They will haunt you and chase you until you sell Liverpool, because Liverpool fans won't accept mediocrity. And if Salah leaves, that's where Liverpool will be back at fighting for the top 4, fighting for 5th place, 6th place, whatever. And after Jurgen Klopp, like Liverpool, if they won't have Salah and Jurgen Klopp in 2 or 3 years, I don't even want to contemplate what kind of Liverpool team we will be looking at. Yes, we could have another great manager. We could find the next Jurgen Klopp, and that might well be Steven Gerrard, who is showing very big ambition at Aston Villa, and he's doing really well in the transfer window right now. But Salah scored 23 goals in 26 games in all competitions, and he also has the most assists in the Premier League, like 10 assists or something like that. What more does Salah have to do? He's literally scoring or assisting in every single game. If you add up his goals and his assists, he has more contributions than games played. He has more goal contributions than games that he has played this season. He is literally the best player in the world, and you are not giving him a new contract. What are you doing, FSG? I'm losing my cool here. I'm losing my patience. I mean, let's just contemplate a scenario. FSG doesn't give Salah a new contract and then we'll sell him in the summer. That's one option. Or he leaves as a free agent. That's option 2. not only will the Liverpool fans riot if that happens, the other players will think that Liverpool's ambition is not there anymore. Other players will think, not just current Liverpool players, but players that Liverpool talk to who want to sign for Liverpool, they want to play with Mo Salah, who is the greatest player in the Premier League right now. They would want to play with Mo Salah, and if they see Mo Salah is leaving Liverpool, they surely will think twice about joining Liverpool, and surely they will think twice about, is Liverpool the right decision for me? If Salah leaves Liverpool, then surely something is wrong there, and surely Liverpool don't have the ambition anymore to challenge for big trophies, and you won't be able to sign the kind of player that could even have a chance replacing Mo Salah. And I don't think right now there is a player in the world who would replace Mo Salah with the numbers that he has. Maybe Mbappe or Haaland, but I have pretty much given up on Liverpool signing them. The wage structure, I mean, if we can't pay Salah 400k weekly wages, how can we pay Erling Haaland 600k weekly wages? That's what his wage demands are. Mbappe is probably in a similar ballpark, at least £500,000 per week. That would be Mbappe's wage demands. I mean, if we don't pay Salah these wages, then we will never pay Haaland or Mbappe even bigger wages. And I mean, if we do, then it's an absolute disgrace. Yes, Salah is going to be 30 years old by the time the season ends. Okay, that's a fair point. But look at Lewandowski, look at Messi, look at Ronaldo. Look at all the players who are world class still, and they are 35, 36, 34 years old. Look at Zlatan Ibrahimovic, at 40 years old, he's still the main man at Milan, scoring goals. And look at Messi and Ronaldo, they are still doing it. And they are 4, 5 years, 6 years ahead of Mo Salah. So Salah could still bang in the goals, even in 4 years. Why not give him a new contract? I just don't understand. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. I would love to hear your opinion, and I just really wanted to share my thoughts because it really grinds my gears that these contract talks are going on and on and on and on, and without any progress or resolution. And the more weeks pass, the more nervous I will get what the future holds for Liverpool, because we can't lose Firmino, Mane and Salah in the next 1 or 2 years. We just can't. If we do, then Liverpool is pretty much finished as a top club. I mean, as a top club for the next 3 years. We won't win anything unless we sign incredible players to replace them. But signing like 3 incredible players and for all 3 of them to work out, it's incredibly difficult. So if we really are that tight for money, my suggestion for FSG would be maybe sell Mane, who showed the signs of decline. Even though I love Mane, but if you really need to make some money, sell Mane, who will command at least like a 50 million transfer fee, and then replace him with another Diogo Jota, who is younger and who can still produce great numbers. But it's very difficult to find those kind of players. Jurgen Klopp also said some injury news before the Arsenal game. Trent Alexander-Arnold and Alisson trained yesterday, and it looks like Alisson will play against Arsenal in the League Cup semi-final because he has been out with COVID. He needs match rhythm, match sharpness, so I'm happy that Alisson will play. Divock Origi and Thiago are not in training, which is still a worry, but they will be back very soon. And Harvey Elliott is not too far away from team training, which is fantastic. And Robertson got a knock against Shrewsbury, but he's fine. So hopefully Robertson or maybe Tsimikas will play. Now I would play Tsimikas just to give Robertson a breather, and I think Fabinho will play. Hopefully Van Dijk will be back with Konate, Trent, and I think the Minamino, Jota, Kyle Gordon front line is a good one. I think that front line can score goals against Arsenal. But yeah, let me know what they think about all the things that we discussed in this video. And also Mikel Arteta said that they don't know who will be available for Arsenal because the situation is extremely volatile and uncertain, and every day it's changing with different players being out with COVID. So yeah, let me know what they think about everything that we talked about, and I'm really looking forward to the Liverpool-Arsenal game. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. See you later. Good night.